So my name is Harlan Malcolm again, and just to kind of recap that I didn't really grow up in a home where my parents went to church. So as far as discipleship for the church for my family, my parents was kind of non-existent there. My grandparents took me to church and kept me in church. So having them there was good for me and kind of keeping me in the disciplines, the spiritual disciplines. But as far as discipleship, even for them raising me was kind of non-existent. I went to a smaller church, didn't really have the resources or the mindset for that. And as far as moving forward with, what we think we can do better, I definitely think that getting parents involved in small groups with older parents leading those small groups will enable them to kind of be discipled by older people who they trust, respect, and that have the experience and knowledge to be able to pass it on to them so that we can keep passing it on. And as most of us have all said, we didn't have a good experience with our parents being discipled. I think we have to start breaking that train now so that it doesn't continue into the future.
I'll go next. So again, my name's Robert Bowman. Like I said, I was raised in a small church. And my parents, they brought me to church every week, me and my siblings. But there was not really anything that lended to helping them as far as discipling them and how to parent and raise a family within a church and everything. They did kind of get that, but it was kind of outside the church through an older couple that kind of stepped up and became mentors for my parents and just helping them as people and being the parental units in raising a Christian family. As far as how we can change that or improve how we help our parents in the future, I talked about how just providing resources for our parents, letting them know that we're here for them to support them, whether it's having parenting classes every other month or so, just hearing from other parents, like what are their questions, what are their kids going through. And like Harlan said, just getting other parents to step in and build relationships with parents of younger kids or maybe parents of the same age and just helping them know that they're not going through this alone.
I go next. I'm Minchar. When I was a child, at the time, I think many churches thought the Sunday school is enough to the growing for children to grow spiritually. But I experienced at the time my grade in my grade class there were 10 10 children, my friends in the Bible study class, but now only two, including me, two people are in church. The eight people went out from the church. So I think the Sunday school is not enough for the spiritual growth. But at the time, nobody concerned about the family. Nobody were concerned about the family. Just church activity is enough. But nowadays, in my home country, South Korea, it changes. The family is more important for than the church activities. So I think it is good, and uh, I heard that the word, do you know, God, family, job, right? God, family, church, job. I heard about that first just 3 years ago when I came to USA. In Korea, in South Korea, even now, many church ministers think about God, church, family. So it is important to change the mind. The family is more important than job or church activities.
Okay.
So, go ahead, Mary.
So just to recap, I'm Mary Ogenby. I was not raised in the church. I went to vacation Bible schools with friends in the neighborhood. My mother did do Bible studies on weekends and observing the Sabbath day on Saturdays. To change that, I think I think that we can partner with parents in the church and come alongside them and help build and develop those relationships, because I think building relationships is key
Yeah. I'm Yaping Li from China. I was not brought up in a Christian family, and even my parents, yeah, they haven't heard of gospel, or there was no church as far as we know around us. So I think it's not very good experience brought up in a way of how the world told our parents to do. So I was pushed to study, and yeah, have also a big tension in terms of the relationships with my parents. That's the reason I'm here to study family-focused church ministry, because we have more and more families in our church who have children. I think it's clear. The question is clear that how we can raise our own children in a biblical way, so that we can pass the legacy of belief to them. So, and in the meantime, also with the rapid change of China, there are massive informations from the world view how to parent your children. So yeah, I think it's a time that we should fight back. We should yeah, be well equipped with the truth and fight back and win that battle.
All right. My name is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my name is Jay, and I was raised in a sincere Christian family, and we went several places. I mean, several churches, but I haven't really found a good church that actually teaches my parents or disciples discipling my parents. The problem is that the parents, they are affected by media or culture. So what they do is that they actually share their thoughts with their children. And that is a big problem, because the children, they do not know what is right or wrong. So they just receive what the parents say, and then so that means the parents, they actually have a great responsibility. So I think, in my personal view, the church discipleship is essentially need for the parents. I think the sermon that changes, that may change someone's heart, but to be a disciple of Christ, or to be a Christian family, they need to be discipled, and then that is, I think, Bible study or church discipleship. So I think it is really important to teach them, first of all, to know about Christ, and to know why they need to build a Christian family, because it's going to help both their parents, but also their children. So yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.